Uh-oh. Here, where's the milk? Oh, is it leaking? Here you go, Mom. Want it? Hello, hello, hello. Facebook. I'm Dr. Mila Bennett with Darabella Plastic Surgery and Medical Spa and Pretty RX by Dr. Mila. Welcome, welcome. Did I put this on my personal page or my business page? Let me check on my other phone and see where I am so I can see where to share it to. Okay, it's my business page. Let me share this to my personal page. What you want, Mom? Here. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So I'm at home. I got Mila Rose, but my boys are with their godmother. And hi Sandy, hi Shamika, hi Shauna. The people who are on, if you'll go ahead and share the video, if you know any small business owners or aspiring small business owners, the time is now. Because I hear people so often say, like small business owners, I just don't really like social media. I'm just not really into social media. And I'm guessing that they probably wish they put a little bit more time into it, because right now when you're stuck at home, you want to still have some way to generate revenue. I'm a plastic surgeon. I can't do plastic surgery right now because we need to save all the supplies for emergencies, and liposuction and tummy tucks aren't considered emergencies, so I just had to postpone my cases for this week and postpone my cases for next week. I just got the word today that my cases for next week have to be postponed. And I have staff that I want to keep. And so, I've been strategizing on how to generate revenue without needing to do surgery or, see people unnecessarily in order to be socially responsible in this whole era. And if your business is service based, then you're probably in trouble right now if you don't have any other means of generating revenue. Hold on, let me find some cartoons for Mila Rose so she stays relaxed during this whole thing. Hold on. I went too fast. Want to watch My Little Pony, Mama? All right. So, it's like paying into a savings account. You have to, even if you don't have a business yet, but you're thinking about it, or you might want one day, or even if you don't want one, building a following of people that are interested in the things that you're interested in is it's like savings. Because even if you're not doing anything with those followers in the moment, at times like this, you still have them. And then if there's information that you have that you can share with them. My hair looks great. Thanks. I barely combed it. Thank you. If you have information that you have that you can share with them, that you can charge them for, if you have, for people who do have businesses, if you have a product, you can still sell it. Like my Pretty RX, people can walk into my office and buy it, and then we also ship it out to most people. So since I have that, that's another income stream that outside of just my office and me doing plastic surgery or me doing medical spa services. But if I didn't take the time over the last 5 years to kind of build my social media presence, I wouldn't have any way to get it to them. Right? So, yes, I have an email list But I know that most of the emails that are sent out, people never open. But since I have nurtured, the people who are interested in what I have to talk about. Hey, LaShawn, I was just watching your video. It was amazing, and I shared it to my page. So the people who are watching this video right now, when it's over, look at the video that I shared to my page about 30 minutes ago, and it's about money. And because LaShawn Holland is like a wealth strategist, and she's very, very, very knowledgeable, and she was dropping some straight gems on that video. So watch that one after this one. But I spent the last 5 years talking and teaching and engaging in a very authentic and transparent way with people. And so when I do have things to offer, people are excited to purchase and support and everything else. But I didn't just snap my fingers and have that. I started in 2015, first with Periscope live streaming, and then once Facebook started to have live streaming, I switched over to Facebook. And I didn't have a lot of followers. I had 300 friends on Facebook in 2015. And now I'm at capacity with the 5,000, plus I think it's probably another 7,000 or 8,000 people on top of that following my personal page. And then I have 15,000 people following my business page, my Dr. Mila Bennett business page. And that is with me inconsistently engaging via live streaming on that. I post consistently on my Darabella business page and on Pretty RX. Those posts come regularly every day. But Dr. Mila Bennett, I run that myself personally. Like, nobody posts to that except for me. And so I'm busy because I'm a surgeon and I'm a mom, and I have a practice, and I have a skincare line. And so I might go 2 months without posting anything on Dr. Mila Bennett. But there was a time when I did have more time that I was, doing videos every 2 or 3 days, and folks were telling me I was crazy. I just recently found out one of my dear friends from residency stopped following me because she was tired of seeing my videos come up in her timeline. I'm like, wow, that's kind of messed up, but whatever. Like, I was doing it that much because initially I didn't even think about it as something for marketing. I started doing it because I just wanted to teach. I wanted people to be able to make safe, educated decisions for themselves when I saw that all of the doctors who were offering the services that, like the cosmetic services, weren't being ethical and would do things that maybe could get somebody killed. So I was like, okay, let me equip these women to be able to know if something is bad for themselves, since you can't trust all the doctors, unfortunately. I mean, you should be able to, but you can't. So I accidentally started growing a following that turned into a marketing tool. But when I started doing it, that wasn't even my intent. And once I saw the power of it, any small business owner that comes and asks me for advice or, ask me what I did or how I did it, like, the first thing I start talking to them about is social media. Like, social media has a lot of bad qualities, but there's a lot of good qualities. And the majority of I spend money on marketing. I have a marketing company that manages my website and stuff like that. For Pretty RX, I run ads on Facebook, but for Darabella, I don't. For Darabella, the 95% of my new clients that don't come by referral come through Facebook from my live streaming, from my videos. So I think even if you're not sure what it is that you want to do with it, I think it's important for everybody to grow their social media following in a meaningful way. Like, what I mean by meaningful is you don't just want followers. You want followers that are interested in what you have to offer or interested in the things that you're interested in. Because even if you don't know, like if you don't have a company, but you're interested, you know what you like to do. If you're growing a following of people who are interested in the things you're interested in, if you do decide to start a business, it'll likely be something that you're interested in. And then you have people that are following you that are also interested in that. So that's just like a natural customer base. So, you know, a lot of people, they'll say, I just don't really like that. If you're not Target or like Tiffany and Company or some Walmart, some established chain, you're just like one person with a dream. I just don't even know how you can think you can avoid social media unless you're super rich and you can just pay a whole lot of money for ad spend, which I know I wasn't. So I wasn't rich like that. I'm still not rich like that. But you know what? So I've run ads for Pretty RX, a lot of ads for Pretty RX. And even with that, I still, my most successful days of sales for Pretty RX was for me pushing live on this phone. I'm doing it with my phone from my bed. Me pushing live on this phone, sitting at my bathroom sink doing my face. Or one time I took my blemish free kit, because that's the most common kit that people buy. And I sat on my front porch. It was early in the morning. I sat on my front porch and I simply just went through the kit. And I made like $15,000 that day in sales. That's free. It's free. But I couldn't have done that if I hadn't spent the last several years nurturing my followers and growing them. And so I have a bunch of followers who are also interested in skin, and they're interested in beauty. And I have a lot of small business owners because they're like, oh, she's an entrepreneur. And so I talk about that, and I give so much away for free from a knowledge standpoint that when I offer something, they're like, okay, if she's telling me all that for free, I wonder what she's going to say if I pay, you know? So, you want to say hi, Mama? You want to say hi? Say hi. Say hi. You're acting scared? She's acting scared. So I encourage you all to get serious about your social media. Because right now, everybody's going to be sitting in the house for the next couple weeks. Some people will be afraid, and I definitely tell you, don't be afraid. You know, that's not going to do anything. And you could be talking to all these people who are bored in their house, and you could be potentially generating revenue with your social media. So I say, Tranika, I'm so glad I ran across your video on YouTube. It has helped me with finding and asking the right questions so I can get... Yes, that's the whole point of it. I don't expect everybody to come to me. I don't want everybody to come to me. I want you to be safe and live through it and get a great outcome with an ethical person that if you do have some kind of a complication, they hold your hand through it and see you through to the other side. Yes. My desire for the last few years, no, Mama. For the last few years is, girl, she thinks she's the queen of this castle. We've been having a battle the last few weeks to establish who the queen is. My desire a few years ago, I realized that I needed to, yes, I'm a plastic surgeon, and of course that's a lucrative business. But look, you know, this right here, I'm vulnerable to this whole thing that's going on right now. And so I wanted to have more than one revenue stream, and wanted a revenue stream that was completely separate from my plastic surgery office. Yes. And so that was why my skincare line was born. Then when I took interest in CBD, I'm like, okay, I like this, works for me. This is something I can use, use with my patients. And so I added that as another revenue stream. And I'm actively looking all the time for other sources of revenue, because you can't predict stuff like this happening. And I still kind of feel ill prepared for this, but this whole experience made me say, you know what, it's time, I got to step it up so that I'm not so vulnerable to the next crazy thing that happens that we have no control over. Mila Rose, her baby is in the kitchen in the stroller, and the stroller's flipped upside down. Yes, I sell CBD. I sell it through the company TLC, Total Life Changes. DM me and I can send you the information to enroll. Because right now, I think until tomorrow, the enrollment is free. Normally, the enrollment fee is $49.95. Until tomorrow, it's free to enroll. So if you are interested, just DM me and I'll walk you through the steps to get enrolled. So here's the deal. So on Saturday from 12 to 4, I'm going to be offering a virtual social media session to help you, teach you how to target, to make it so that you're attracting the right people, so that you don't just have followers that are useless because they're not interested in the stuff that you have. The things that I do, even though it may seem nonchalant, oh, she's just pushing live from her bed. There's a lot of it's not unintentional in that way. The things that I talk about, the things that I share, all of that is to draw a certain type of all of that is to attract and draw in a certain type of woman. So I'll teach you about targeting, attracting the right demographic for what it is that you do. I'll teach you about the right social media outlets based on what it is that you offer, because sometimes, depending on what you have going on, Instagram may be better. Depending on what you have going on, Facebook may be better. Depending on what you have going on, LinkedIn may be better, or YouTube may be better. So I'll teach you about choosing where to put your efforts. I'll teach you about how to title things in order to make people feel like they have to open it up. There's just so many things to it. It's a lot more. Even though I look like I just push live from my bed, I do every single thing that I say and do, and everything that you see is not by accident. So there's a reason why I do them from my bed. I'm not just lazy. That's not it. So the class is on Saturday, this coming Saturday, because we got to get stuff done now. It'll be from 12 to 4. It's only $99. That's it. And I'm gonna dive in, and it'll be a Zoom session, so you'll be able to talk and interact, ask questions. So it's not just me talking at you like the way I do on Facebook and hoping I see your comment. It'll be a Zoom session. The people who are enrolled will be sent the information to get onto the call and put some strategy together for growing your brand with more intention, and so that the next wave, and if you have a following already and you're just not sure how to mobilize them, then it can help you with that too. So what is the website? www.workshopswithdoc. Hold on, let me type it in and see. I can't even remember. I just bought the domain name yesterday. Hey. She going off. Here, go down there. You want to go play with your table, your activity table? Don't knock over mommy's stand. Okay, go ahead. She's so busy. Hold on, let me see. I should know it, but we literally just bought this domain name yesterday. Yes, www.workshopswithdoc.com, and you can register right there. Saturday from 12 to 4. It'll be Zoom. When you register, you'll get the link. And that's pretty much it. Yes, you got to think about other ways to generate revenue. I don't want to lose my staff. I don't want to lay off my staff. I don't want to do that. A lot of people haven't really, if you're employed, you don't really think about the small business owner. Even some of the bigger businesses, restaurants are required to close. How are they going to pay you if they don't generate money? The government's like, oh, you'll be offered, you'll still get paid. But how? How is that going to happen? You're paid from the revenue that's generated from the work that you do. And if you can't do work and you're not allowed to let people into your place of business, you can't make money that way. But we still need money. So, got to figure out something else. Quanda, yes, the Forex market, that's another area that I will get back into one day. I did that a few years ago, and I wasn't really in a position to be able to lose any money. And I started, like, I put my feet in, and I was doing Auto Trader, where like you mimic the trades of like master traders. And it was going well for about a month. And then the trader that I was mimicking, I don't know if he had a nervous breakdown or I don't know what happened to him. But one day he started doing, and I was learning because I was learning. I kind of got a little obsessed with it. Whenever I wasn't in a room with a patient, I was checking my phone and checking my, looking at, I was learning. And I had bought books trying to teach myself about it, but I still didn't feel super confident. But he started doing these wacky trades, and I had just put another chunk of money in because the first chunk of money that I put in did well. So I was like, okay, I'm going to put some more in there. And he started doing something wacky, and I was like, that is not a good idea. From what I had learned over the last month as I was like studying it and trying to get better and understanding it. But I trusted his instincts more than mine because I'm like, well, he's the master. And he's got, he had such a good reputation for a long period of time. But it turns out I was right. And he made a lot of people lose a lot of money. And by the time I realized, no, he's really being stupid, it was too far gone. I had lost, not only did I lose all of that money, but I ended up owing more money. And so I was like, okay, I can't do this until I have the time to do it myself. Because I was relying on somebody I didn't even know. And he blew a few $1,000s of my money that I didn't really have to lose. Right. Lisa Connor said, Tanya, yes, call my office. They're up there. I don't know when your appointment is, and I don't know what it's for because I don't remember each individual's stuff they have going on. So call up there, and depending on when your appointment is, you may not have to reschedule it. But this week and next week, stuff that's not like, basically the only people that I'll be seeing this week and next week are post-ops. So Lisa Connor says, how are we as small business owners going to sustain with no staff and with folks not purchasing anything? Exactly. And I sat down with my staff and I was like, my name, Mila, means warrior or soldier. I ain't going out like that. So I told them, like, listen, I sat down with a strategist and started putting some plan in place. And you guys are going to be seeing my big old head a lot while we're off because, I have information that I can share. I have my product line, and, just because we sitting at home don't mean you're supposed to let your skin go bad. So, I have, I'm still doing consults just virtually. And, we can, people, we're booking them in May and June. And so, I'm not going to just sit and watch things dwindle away. That's just not how I roll. So, that's, hold on one second. The reason I'm able to have some of this latitude is because of my following. Hold on, y'all. That was, I'm sorry. It's my gate. And if I answer the phone, hold on. Hi, you can, I missed your call. This is Mila Bennett. You can let it's Alex and Jamal. You can let them through. Okay, thank you. Sorry, I didn't want to. If I would have answered the phone on this one, it would have ended the live, so I had to call from my other phone. All right, so yes, so the class is virtual. Obviously, it'll be via Zoom. It's on Saturday from 12 to 4. www.workshopswithdoc.com. It's extremely affordable. You know, I never do anything for $99. It's $99. I know that it's a lot going on, and so I'm not trying to gouge people, but it will be a lot of information that you can use to grow your following intentionally and with the right people that'll actually buy stuff. So, that's really all I got to say for now. I'm going to go ahead and sign off because my doorbell will be ringing in a second. I was just letting somebody through my gate. So I will check y'all later. Y'all might even see me tonight doing my face. I was supposed to do it last night, but I fell asleep putting Myla Rose to sleep. So I'm Dr. Myla Bennett of Adarabella Plastic Surgery and Medical Spa and Pretty RX. Join me at on Saturday in my social media intensive. You can register at www.workshopswithdoc.com, and I'll check y'all later. Bye.